Welcome to the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in this space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, GotBackup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together.
Meet Emily on a dream trip through Europe with her friends. From the majestic Eiffel Tower in Paris to the historic streets of Rome, every moment is magical. But disaster strikes. Emily drops her phone, thinking she's lost all her precious photos and videos. Panic sets in. Then she remembers GotBackup. Every memory is safely stored in the cloud. Emily gets a new phone, logs into GotBackup, and there they are. Every photo, every video, every memory perfectly intact. Thanks to GotBackup, Emily's adventure is truly unforgettable.
Good evening, everyone. Chris and Tammy here. It's always a pleasure to share this presentation with you. And folks, this is our last presentation that we're doing this evening for the year. And the reason is because next Wednesday, it's Christmas Eve. And the Wednesday after that, it's New Year's Eve. So this will be our last presentation. Not to say that we are going to be presenting on a regular basis on our own. And this coming Friday, also Tammy and I do a presentation at 11 o'clock Eastern time. Just as we begin here, just want to welcome Bakshi from Bangladesh. Welcome. Mary Paul from Ottawa. Welcome. James from Georgia, USA. Great to see you here. Kim from Florida. How are you, Kim? In fact, we'll be in your neck in the woods as of January for the next 5 months. So we'll see you soon. Sylvie de Quebec, bienvenue. We have here Michelle from Ohio. Welcome. We have here from Brisbane, Australia. Great to see you here, Joy. Welcome. And we have Lynn Wood-Jones. Great to see you from Washington, D.C. So tell me, let's begin by sharing with the audience here. How do we get started with GotBackup?
It's been a really exciting 2.5 years, probably a little bit more. The owner of the GotBackup project contacted Chris and I because he's known us for so many years. We've always, Chris and I have always been in the network marketing industry for 27, 28 years.
At least 30, honestly.
Yeah, maybe you. Yeah. And we've been building globally, and it's been a lot of fun. And so when he contacted us, he was excited because the project was just a month old and it was exploding into hypergrowth. And it was already in 30 or 31 countries. And he says, you guys gotta check this out. And we did, of course. And so the information you're going to hear tonight is basically what we've heard, maybe a little bit more advanced because we've grown in the company. And it was just such a no-brainer for us to make that decision, and you'll see why as we go through the presentation. But we love helping people grow businesses, and we love the fact that it's digital because we can build truly globally.
And you know what, I really got excited about this, and Tammy and I were talking about this years before Joel was actually contacting us. We should really consider kind of doing something digital because that's where the future is going. That's what's going on. And we'll talk about this as we move forward here. But one of the things that really matters to me is we have many friends from all over the world. And we understand that the currency exchange and everything else has been very heavy in many different markets. And we saw here an opportunity that can really empower families. I mean, globally, because we're in a division that does not compete. We're unique in a sense that I don't know of any companies in the nature of the company like network marketing that offers a cloud storage service, just like Dropbox and OneDrive and Google Drive, that is 6 terabytes for the price of 2. And we'll talk about this as we move forward, but they actually pay you for telling people about it. So I know that many of you are here because you're looking for this this opportunity that maybe can free the financial bondage that you might find yourself trapped into. I know Tammy and I were there once upon a time. We made the decision to be part of a venture that has completely freed us, to the fact that many of you are aware, we mention this all the time in all our calls and webinars. We go to Florida for 5 months out of the year. How in the heck can we go to Florida for 5 months? Because we have an online business that pays us, regardless if I'm on the moon, as long as I have the internet, we can communicate, right? And that's what's fun about this. So it's really time to turn your dreams into reality, because folks, you deserve it. Many of you have worked really, really hard. And let's face it, the economy or governments and decisions that are being made are not making these things easy for us. So we need to adjust. And this is a really good way to adjust, where you can live your life in your own terms. That's what we're excited about. Aren't you, Tammy?
Yeah. And we think that, the future of our kids, and we've got adult kids and got grandkids, and the future is going to be a lot more difficult for them. And one of the things that Chris and I, building business is always legacy in the back of our minds. Let's build a legacy. Let's create something that can carry on for generations to come. And so that's why we get so passionate about building businesses, because we know what's going to happen for our families. And we want to help you do the same thing. That's why we're here.
I totally agree, Tammy. And folks, I don't know about you, but this excites me. Now, let's talk a little bit about the company. The company began in 1997 from Gatineau, Quebec. And I remember when I was a customer of GVO at the time, that was in fact, I don't even know, I think they were called the Hot Conference or whatever. Yeah, the point here is I was using part of their server to host my very, very first website, which was a WordPress website that was hosting my very first page, because people kept calling me, hey, can you send me this file? Can you send me this thing? Can you send? And I said, well, you know what? Go to this link and download it. Go to this link and download it. And that's how it all started. So it's really, really interesting. So he moved into a home basement into a 10,000 square feet data center. And that's when everything expanded. So he moved in an area that can support the fiber optic. Companies like, what are we talking about? Toyota, Google, Microsoft, and many others that are there because of the infrastructure to support the demand. So let's watch a video that Joel prepared to give you an idea of what's going on behind the scene. Let's check this out together.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm gonna code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power, Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure.
See, you're probably wondering, why should you listen to us? Well, folks, let's watch this. Let's listen carefully on the global trends and why we believe that this is the way of the future. Let's start with this slide, Tammy.
Yeah, and you can see there's almost 15 billion devices in the world today. And I love this picture because it's absolutely accurate. Everybody's on their devices. And people are taking pictures all the time, videos. I mean, with AI, there's lots of things going on. We're living in a paperless world. So this is a massive trend to tap into going into the future. And Chris is going to share you some stats on some of the slides.
Well, you see, numbers don't lie. These are absolute real number, not made by GotBackup, but these are numbers you can find online. Just Google it. In fact, that was a ChatGPT research that I did that came up with this graph. The percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2025, from 2012 to 2011, I could say here to 2025, it went from 6% to 64%. This is the traffic, which will lead to this slide also. Again, this came from a research through AI. Slides of cloud storage market worldwide from 2022 to 2030. Folks, the numbers were at 90 billion, which at the time in 2022, I thought that was crazy. They're predicting $500 billion. I think it might be actually more than $750 billion. And the reason why, folks, is everything is digital. It is convenient. It is cost effective. You can have a very powerful device, but you know how expensive it is when you buy an iPhone and you want 1 terabyte, try 2 terabyte or whatever. Have you noticed the price of these devices? But you don't need that anymore. You just need a bare minimum. Why? Because you're going to get a cloud storage and all the heavy lifting is going to be there. This is the future here, folks. It's convenient. It's very cost effective. And the income potential is absolutely massive. One of the main reasons is we use our cell phones all the time.
Yeah, you can see here cell phone addiction and all the percentages of what people use our devices for. At the end of the day, everybody's on their devices. We can tap into anything that we need to tap into through our devices, and that's why it's going to skyrocket when it comes to trends. I'm really excited about the future of GotBackup because it's really at the beginning stages, and we're all listening to it and hearing about it today. So. Yeah, I mean, we tap for purchases. We do all kinds of things on our devices.
That's an understatement. Folks, has anything like this ever happened to you? Just go in the chat while I'm sharing the slide here and just put either yes or no. Okay, no, don't worry about it. If it's a yes, put it in so the audience can see that. Has that ever happened to you? Data loss is also a growing concern here, folks. And that's why cloud storage is so important. This is a very important insurance policy. It's amazing that 45% of cell phone users have actually damaged a cell phone or lost their data. Now that's dramatic, folks. You can't go back in time and take this wedding pictures of your daughter if that's what you have on your cell phone. If you lose your cell phone and it's all it was, you lose it. 5,700 screen cracked every hour, 43, laptop and cell phone stolen every 43 seconds. This is significant, folks. Think about this. Did that ever happen to you? Back to you, Tammy.
All of them have happened to me, and it's not fun for sure. And look at this challenge too. I mean, before GotBackup, Chris and I were getting messages how our devices were filling up, and we even had external drives that we couldn't access the stuff that was in it. It was compromised. So that was very frustrating. And when Joel contacted us, we're like, oh my gosh, we need this. I think everybody needs it, right? Because it gives you so much more value. You get 3 times more value than what you're paying with the other companies out there.
Yeah, this is so, really annoying. The second trend here, folks, is people are looking for ways to make extra money, especially the new generation, folks. It is a lot harder for our kids to be able to afford getting into a home. I don't know if you've seen what's been going on in Canada, in the US, and all over the world, I'm sure. It's people are looking for ways to subsidize. 42% of Americans have side businesses, if I may focus on the market here. 62% of Gen Z, these are our children, my generation, Tammy's generation, our kids, anywhere between 18 to 25, 26, 27. I think my daughter's 28 now. My God, it's unbelievable. I remember when I was changing her diapers. She hates when I say that. So what about the rest of the world here, folks? You see, this is quite significant. People are looking for ways to actually earn extra money. That's why the timing is so good. You can leverage from these global trends with GotBackup. This is what we want to talk to you about here. Let's talk about what we have to offer.
Yeah, so GotBackup, Joel launched this new Pro account, which is really cool. So many people are upgrading to Pro because he's going to be launching something, even taking it to a whole new level with having social media done for you. That blew me away. We're all excited. We're at the edge of our seats waiting for that. But what he has provided is tools for us to build our businesses online and creating events and capturing leads. And yeah, it's really exciting. Chris is going to briefly go through that with you in a bit, but I'm going to go through the family plan with you because that is the reason that we all came in at the beginning, because the Pro is absolutely new. So you get 6 terabytes of data storage, and you, on your business account, you can add 5 additional members. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, every family needs this. And it's unlimited devices. You can decide how much data you want to give per family member. They don't even have to live in your household, which is cool. You guys, $10 a month. That is unbelievable. The value that Joel gives to everybody.
I totally agree. See, earlier I asked how many people have lost their cell phone or data, and we have 1, 2 stolen, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm sure there's many more. And some of you are maybe going to watch this after the fact or pick up the recording. This is a very common problem, right? So backing up is so important. But now Joel actually is introducing, he has introduced that about a month and a half ago, a Pro package to have a complete package for you to start your business. VTuber is you can post your videos without all the commercials that are caught up into YouTube. I understand the reasoning behind the commercial, and I know there's an income behind all of that, but the majority of people do not earn. It's just, they just have to deal with the commercials. If you don't want to see that, then VTuber is a perfect opportunity for you to do that. And the value you see there on the right is the market value for each of those tools. And it's actually quite conservative. A testimonial generator, this is really important, especially today. You're looking for social credibility. That's what this is. You can create a link that you share with your audience, your friends, whatever, and you can do an audio message, video audio message, and then it's automatically stored into the back office of the testimony generator. Memory Place, awesome. It's a professional look website, almost like you designed it for a professional camera studio that would provide you the work that they've done for you to present what they have to present. Well, it's a perfect, beautiful website that has all the pictures that you can just share a QR code or a link to your audience, and anybody who was at your event can actually share the pictures through that link with that QR code and upload all the pictures there, which in turn you can share with your audience. The email marketing, folks, your list is your lifeline. We need an email marketing system. And I'm telling you, folks, they're getting very expensive. And with GotBackup, you're basically paying $19.97 a month, and you have all of this, including the cloud service. It's an absolute no-brainer. And the funnel page builder, this is a great tool, specifically if you want to edit some of the tools that are offered to you. We'll talk about that a little bit later, where depending on the language that maybe you don't have, or maybe you'd like to modify a few things or have your own video, or you would like to point it to an email marketing that has a different language, a different whatever, you can have complete control on all of that. And you know what's really cool? What Joel has done is all of these tools, they all come in with a capture page. What's your capture page? A page? It's a website. It's a website that you share that simply will collect name and phone numbers. Name and emails. Okay. The reason why we don't put phone numbers is most people don't like to put phone numbers, and it's most likely you're not going to get the lead. But name and email, absolutely. So every tool will provide you an opportunity to gather leads so they're not wasted. Where someone came in, for example, to the memory place, well, you can turn around and offer them, for example, the cloud service, which we know it's a very important service. And this all leads to an opportunity to make money here, folks. Again, this is the only cloud storage that will pay you. I mean, does that sound exciting for you guys? This is really cool. Now, I just want to bring into perspective, Dropbox has 700 million users. Now, let's say 35% of that are active, okay, or paying customers. Think about it. This is a lot of money on the table, billions. Now, GotBackup is barely 2.5 years old. What's going to happen as this grows? And Joel is about to introduce something new that is going to be an absolute no-brainer for social media promotions to gather leads automatically through the system. I mean, it's crazy, and that will come with the Pro package. So give you some examples here. This is Tammy and I have reached a blue diamond just with a cloud storage. I look forward as time goes by with everything else that's offered. We have here triple diamonds, double diamonds in France. We have another double diamond in Ghana, Accra. Again, exciting. We have here diamonds. And folks, there's a lot more. This is what was presented to me when GotBackup created the PowerPoint. We have here rubies. We have, for example, this is one in Ghana. We have an emerald in Yonam in Ghana doing very, very well. And right now, Ghana is absolutely rocking. And in fact, Henry Calvin was actually in the Republic of Congo, and he did an event over there, and that event pushed him to Sapphire. And I know he did another event, so he's doing absolutely phenomenal. So what we want to cover here briefly here, Tammy, let's talk about the main, out of the 7, the main 3, which is really how it all starts. Back to you.
Yeah, so you can see, Chris mentioned it. We're going to go through the main 3 because that is really building the foundation. So customer acquisition bonus, that's the family plan. When you look at that, if you talk to somebody and you send them your link that the company gives you, you have your access to your link, you forward that to somebody and they say, I'm going to get started. They either come in monthly or yearly. You get 200% upfront. If they come in monthly, you get 50% upfront if they come in yearly, and 25% ongoing for other things that the company will bring out. And what's exciting is Chris and I have been in the industry for a long time. We've never seen so much upfront money. So anybody who's building, they're going to do extremely well. So the Pro plan, again, that was super exciting too, because you get $200 when you sign somebody up as a Pro plan up front. And the person who brought you in is going to get 50, and the person who brought them in is going to get 50. And the reason they do that is because it really encourages support. So when you sign somebody up, you want to make sure that you're supporting them, and you also get rewarded by helping them. And you can see the bottom portion is all about customers, 25% ongoing. So I'm going to just share a simple graph here of the family plan and the Pro plan. So example, if you had 20 new people that signed up yearly on the family plan, You got 20 times $50. That's $1,000 in commission. I don't know about you, but $1,000 people can use this time of year. And then example of customers ongoing, you can see you would get $50 ongoing for that. And the pro plan, if you had 20 times 200, you're going to get $4,000 in commission. I'm telling you, a lot of people are coming in pro because they really want to get their business off the ground fast, and they want to be able to generate leads by doing it. And then example of a customer for that would be $100 ongoing.
Yeah, absolutely. And folks, if you're having some challenges, I can see here, the boy here. If you have some challenges, go to customer service. They will deal with your issues. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing here, folks. Now, what Tammy talked about, that is the front end. Okay. On the back end, it gets a lot better. This is like you selling a sofa to a hotel. Just imagine this. And every time someone sits on a sofa, you make $1. Now think about the residual income that occurs over the months, over the weeks, the months, the years, right? Decades. The person sits on that sofa over and over. That is true residual income. See, when people are hooked to their services and their data stored safely, they don't want to part with that. That's part of their livelihood. That this is their lifeline saved into a cloud storage. So how does that work? Well, we have a cycle earning. There's a 2-team tree, a left team and a right team. When you see indirect, it's because imagine you have 3 people to bring into the business. Well, you put one on your right, one on your left. Okay, I'm going reverse because I know you're facing me. And the third one, where does it go? Well, it has to go either on the right or on the left. That's why you see an indirect on the right side of you here. Okay, that came from someone above you sharing the same leg as the direct you brought in is underneath that person on the right that benefits. And that's what's so beautiful about the cycle earning. And there's 2 tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 2, you make more money than tier 1. It's as simple as that. And it's based on your rank. I'll come back to that a little bit later. Here are the steps. Number 1, you need to be active. Just like you're active with any subscriptions of any TV shows or anything you pay on a monthly basis to have access to these services. Number 2 is you enroll 2 people, one on the left team, one on the right team. And you know the beauty of this? That is your business model. That's what you need to know. That's it. You need to duplicate that. Number 3 is the cycle bonus. That's what triggers the income. The system needs to see there is 6 people, 1 on the left team, 4 on the left team and 2 on the right. So a ratio of 4 to 2. It doesn't matter what side this occurs. Okay, the moment there's 6 people, it generates a cycle. So the amount paid per cycle will vary based on the company's profitability, and also it will vary based on your rank. Okay, so this is really awesome. So the question is, how many cycles you want? I mean, you want 1,000, 10,000? Well, you see, that's the thing, folks. As you start creating culture around what we build, and you keep presenting this to the world, folks, more people will be presented into your business. The matching cycle bonus, it's even better, because as you're helping people to build their businesses by making sure that they understand all the basics, which is quite simple, you earn 25% when you reach a level of Sapphire. As a Sapphire, now you start earning 25% from every single people you bring in. So Tammy talked about the example of bringing 20 people. Well, if these 20 people are starting to earn a cycle, you're going to earn 25% that the company sends to you as a matching, not that they owe you anything. They keep all their money. But this pays up to $1,000. If you, let's say the team is growing even bigger than that, well, you need to move up to an emerald. And I'll show you it's really simple to get there. Then it doubles. As a ruby, it becomes even bigger. Look what happens as a black diamond. That is $20,000 cap for every single person. Let's say you brought, folks, I'm just using examples here. That's not reality. But let's say you're 20 people reach the black diamond level. Do you understand the potential? It's limitless. This is what I'm saying, folks. The potential is absolutely massive, as big as you want. And there's other bonuses that will be added on that will compound to your income. You see that in your report. Generation bonus, dynamic compression. You may not know what that is. Don't worry about it. We have trainings all the time, and it's all recorded. We have rank pool bonuses. When you reach certain ranks, they pay you just for meeting that rank and maintaining your rank. We have leadership bonus. It's absolutely awesome what happens over here. So Tammy, let's tell the world here exactly what they need to focus on.
Yeah, and don't worry so much about, because it's a lot when you learn about it the first time. As you start growing, you're going to see it. There's a graph that shows you all the steps and how it all works. It's super simple when you see it, and it's a really simple business. So you sign up, you talk to a couple people, you'll have your own referral links to be able to share with everybody in your social environment. You want to do social media, it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you get the links out there. And then once you get your first two in, one left, one right, as Chris said, that's the building that fundamental copper position. And the more people that you help bring in to get copper, that's when it starts to duplicate and people start making money. So you bring a couple more, and then duplicate that within your organization. And I always say, never stop talking to people, because people need the service. People need this. They need to make money.
Tammy, I like the comment of Michael here. Is Joel going to invite me to his house for a barbecue when I hit Black Diamond? Hey,
yes, I'm sure.
I'll make sure that I'll make sure to send you to Las Vegas for a week for you to have a great time. So at the end of the day, folks, as this evolves and keeps moving forward, there's so many things that could unfold. And James, when it comes to where all the trainings, it's all available on the YouTube channel of GVO. Okay, just look for. You know what? At the end, I'll show you exactly what it is. Everything is there, and there's 2 years of training accumulated there. How do we get started, folks? It's $20 a year, except the first year. It's included in your $499.97. That includes all the tools and what's coming, folks, with the social media stuff. It's really, really awesome. Everything is included with the GotBackup Pro. Once you pay your $499.97, you are set for the next 12 months. After that, when you renew, you're paying your $19.97 a month, as you can see on the screen. Or if you want to pay for the year, it'll be $197 for the entire year. You save 2 months. Just like the family pack, it's $99.97 for the year, or $10 a month. If you pay your $9.97 a month, if to be more specific, it'll be close to $120. But if you turn around and you pay for the year, you save 2 months. So this is really awesome. What you see in the third side, these are enterprises, big companies who have lots that needs a lot of space. That's a bit of a different story. Most people, we stand right in the middle or the left side, and you can always upgrade, which is absolutely awesome. How many countries are we in, Tammy?
162. Chris and I get really excited about this because we've been in the industry for a long time. And we've never been able to get more than 30 countries. And that's because we were dealing with physical product, where it's digital. Everybody has everything saved on their device. And no matter where you go, you have access to it. You have access to whatever, computers, laptops, whatever you upload there into the cloud, you've got it in the palm of your hands, which is super exciting. And I don't know about you, but making money while you sleep, that is a good thing. Nothing like sleeping a good 8 hours.
Hey, folks, babies cry for it. Adults die for it. Recognition is so important. And just to give you an idea of how this impacts your income, as a bronze, you sponsor one person. As a copper, that's what Tammy talked about. One on the left, one on the right. Remember what I said? That's your business model. That is what we duplicate. You become a silver when one person that you brought in, or not even the one you brought in, but it was brought in by someone you brought in, became a copper. Boom, you're a silver. Just one. You're a gold when there's 3 people that became copper and you sponsored 5 people. You are a platinum. You remember platinum when I talk about tier 1, tier 2? You move into tier 2. The money is almost 3 times as much as tier 1. Now, as a platinum, what happens is you're sponsored 10 people. And these 10 people will qualify you for Sapphire and also Emerald. The only difference is from Platinum, which is 4 qualifier for Copper. Sapphire, it's 1 more. Folks, we're not talking people paying $1,000 to get started here. We're talking someone to spend $10 a month with a $20 to get started. So let's say $40 your first month and then $10 a month. Okay? It's not really hard. And this keeps moving forward. As a Sapphire, remember when I talk about the cycle bonus, you start earning a percentage of their cycle, the 25% of every single person you bring in, all the way up to Black Diamond. which is what Michael was referring to a moment ago. That's what happens is as you move up to Emerald, you're at 50%. As a Ruby, I think it's 100%, all the way up to Diamond. Folks, it's amazing how generous this compensation plan is. Let's finish with the support, Tammy.
Yeah, you can see everything that you get here. You have your website, you've got your personalized referral links, you've got your email marketing system that's built in. You can see personalized landing page. You have your marketing tools. They're always adding to the marketing tools. You've got regular online presentations. Tonight is a perfect example of a company presentation. Chris and I do Friday presentations that everybody's invited to as well on our channel. And I know there's a lot of leaders that are building international markets, different languages that are got ongoing presentations as well. And every single Saturday, there's a team training. Obviously, through the holidays, there'll be a break for everybody on the training. Chris and I do those trainings on the Saturdays, and we share everything that we've learned in building the successes that we've had in the industry for, like Chris said, 20, he said close to 30, I say 27, 28 for me anyways. And we've invested, gosh, Chris, I would say at least $100,000.
Oh, wow. Actually, that's conservative.
Yeah,
for
that's
4 years, we spent $30,000 a month with Eric Corey. We went with John C. Maxwell.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars we've invested in courses to elevate our skills. So you get to be part of this. You get to learn from us, and you don't have to pay a dime. You just show up on Saturdays.
Show up for class. Sometimes free is actually not valuable in people's eyes, but Tammy and I like to pay it forward. Folks, at the end of the day, we have a product that everyone needs in a business that everyone can afford. Folks, are you guys excited? Do you see the potential here? Can you see how this could change things for you? Tammy and I certainly did. In fact, the team in Ghana, they are absolutely exploding. There was a presentation this afternoon. There was 180 people in the room. They are excited. They are motivated. So what's happening here, folks, it's contagious. And to give you a quick little summary of how this works, let me just show you very quickly here how this looks on the back end. So, for example, here, I'm going to share my screen just for you guys to see exactly how this works. So this is your back office over here, okay? Now, what's happening is you have all these tools over here. That's what I talked about. You can see that's the pro package. The GotBackup, the testimonial generator, the memory place, the email campaign. That's the SendShark. This is the VDuber, and that's the lead capture that will help you communicate with all the leads that are coming from all these tools that are available here. I'll just give you an example here. So use this tool. Very first thing I want to show you here are the tools that are available. This is your cloud, okay? And these are the tools. You download this for Windows, the application for Windows, and the application for Mac. Once it's downloaded, folks, you click one button, bam, it backs up, and you never have to look at it again. And I'll show you exactly what it looks like on the back end. This is your mobile devices. You don't really need to log in here to get that because it's going to point you to your Google Store and your Play Store. Just go on your phone, whatever, if it's Android or Apple phone, whatever. Just go search for the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. Search for GotBackup. Install it. You don't even have to be a member to install it, but you do have to be a member to have the login credentials to be able to access it. And the moment you connect it, boom, the backup starts automatically. But I do recommend that for you to watch those videos so you can pay attention on how you should set up your phone with the first upload, especially if you have 70,000 pictures and videos or 40 or 50 or whatever. It's going to take a few days. Actually, now it's even faster than that. I know that 40,000, it's about a day and a half. It used to be a week. Now it's a day and a half. The system is really, really effective. Last thing I want to show you, if you click on this link here called Auto Login, it will take you to your cloud storage. By the way, you don't need to go to Auto Login. You just type in GBU Cloud. Just like, oops, sorry. Let's go back here. Okay. You know what? It's not being nice with me. 1 second. So I type in GBUcloud.com. Okay. Now, because I'm using what you call it here, Google Chrome for the very first time. Usually I use Safari. So I just have to log in. The first time you log in, that's all you have to do. Once you're logged in the first time, then at this point, you are in. Okay. It won't ask you for your password again. And then from there, these are my 3 computers. I got rid of the one that was a little bit heavy that I don't need. And from there, because it's an exact copy of this one, you can click on show files. For example, this is my new Mac here. And you can go under user and you can go under this over here. This is my computer. It is completely backed up. It's all there. Very nice and simple. Very, very cool. Okay. Now, if I want to check, for example, the files that are on my mobile devices, I can check this out right over here. It's updating very quickly. This is a new browser. Well, it's a browser that I usually don't go into. So now it brought in everything quickly. So this is my phone. Okay. So I have here, I'm going to turn around. I want this ascending. I want this by name. Here we go. So you can see chronological order. So in 2024, I got 12 months. Okay. If I go back to 2025, same thing. I got 12 months. Okay. So for those of you that's been following Tammy and I presenting, you remember that we used to have January, February, March, right? Now they're all here. Okay. All the years are there. Now, one thing I want to tell you is sometimes Apple doesn't like to leave things running for a long time. Make sure that from time to time you just run the GotBackup app to make sure that your pictures are always updated and going to the cloud. The other thing I want to mention here is when you go to collaborate and share, the problem, Tammy, I'm having is my computer, as I need to start emptying my computer. Everything is on the cloud. I should start releasing some files. That's why it's doing this. It's behaving because I'm using too much of my available space. Okay, so from there, the collaborate and share is absolutely awesome because right now, all of this is where I can share with the entire world. See, folks, really cool. So if I go back to GotBackup over here and I go back to, I don't know, let's say I go to course, for example. Let's go here. Anything, I should venture too much there. Let's see here. I just want to give you an example. If you get a text document, for example, this one over here. Okay. So I'm not sure what that is, but you see right now, that we can collaborate. All of us can collaborate with this document. This is really cool. I can give you the link and you and I can work on this document together. Okay. Or I can turn around and says, hey, I'm going to get this link. I'm going to share this with the world. This is how much power you got with your cloud storage. Now, let me end this over here. The other thing I want to cover is if you go to your reseller tools, I'll finish with this, folks. These are the websites. We call them capture pages. Why? Because they have, you put their name and email, and the moment they submit, it ends up into your email list that you can communicate through the lead capture system. And this is someone who wants to sign up right away. Okay. It just sends them right to sign up right away. These, if you want to do Facebook ad campaigns, I've used that a few times. This is if you want people to try it for maybe 1 week, okay, 7 days. This one is just product approach. This one is business and product. And this over here, this is someone that could be a little bit negative or doesn't know much about network marketing. They need to be a little bit educated. Joel did a great job on that. And this one over here is the one that I use on a regular basis that ends up in a beautiful email campaign. So in closing here, folks.
Yeah, Chris, I just want to add, just share the support on the top corner. I know some people are asking questions where that's the support. They would contact support for that. Yeah. Okay.
So so if you have any questions on support, you simply click on here, and we have plenty of trainings that explain that. If you forgot your password, well, for example, if you log out, let me just give you an example. You forgot your password, just go from here. Okay. You simply go and
you can change it right there, Chris. Forgot password, you put your email. Yeah.
Okay. If you forgot your password, then of course you can also get it from here. So at the end of the day, folks, everything is self-explanatory. Everything is there. And if something is not going your way, don't panic, folks. We have plenty of service, plenty of support. And I didn't show right now the YouTube channel, but just search for, just for the sake of the fact that we're here. And let's go back over here. Okay. So if you go in and search for, let's go on YouTube. Okay, so this is a browser that I haven't been using for a while. Okay, and for example, over here, I go to Global Virtual Opportunities. Okay. And then we'll click that on here. Okay. Now, I suggest that you subscribe. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you that link. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys to take note of that. Okay. We have plenty of playlists over here. And from the playlist, you can select different categories of information you need. For example, the Saturday trainings is right over here. GotBackup training Saturdays. You click on that over here, and it will show you every single trainings that we've done here in the past. Okay. And there's a lot. I mean, there's nothing missing. I could go on and on and on and on. Okay.
And if you enjoyed tonight's session, just press the like button. It gets more viewers to check out the company. So have a super holiday season. Chris and I are excited to have a little bit of time off. It's been long overdue. We've worked super hard this year, and we're excited to celebrate. We've got so many things lined up for the new year, and you're all going to be part of it. So have a very safe, happy holidays.
And a happy Merry Christmas, folks. So at the end of the day, we love you guys. We really appreciate you. And Victor, yes, it backs up every hour, not every day, but every hour there's a backup that's going on there. Okay. So everybody have yourself a wonderful rest of your evening. We will see you. Tammy and I keep working, keep posting and everything else, but these presentations are going to be taking place in the new year. Okay. Have a great one, folks, and bye for now.
Have a great one.
Hey, guess what? You made it to the end of the video. I hope you left me a comment down below. I love to read them. Also, subscribe to my channel. I'm making more videos. If you want to order, there's a link in the description. If you want to earn money, there's a link for that too. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.